Good afternoon. Good afternoon, interwebs. Matt Carter, another Carter's Commentaries. I got to admit, this has been an emotional week. My last day at the sheriff's office was today as I head off into retirement. And I knew I wanted to do a video today. I just didn't know exactly what I was going to do. I thought about doing something while I was there and before I left the building, but honestly, after I walked out and I walked across into our peace officer memorial, who, I know a couple of the guys that are etched on there. I took a picture of me, kind of acknowledging my last exit out. I got into my car and I was just a mess. Weird how at peace I am with this, but also, the emotions that have just been seemingly on edge this last couple of weeks. So, and it's not the people, that that I'm leaving in a sense, because I'm not really leaving. I'm not going anywhere. But 26 plus years of my life, almost 30 doing this job, and I don't know, man. You retirees probably got my understanding. It's just I'm at peace, but boy, is it just a huge thing too. So, I I think there's clarity to why, for a lot of folks, I've chosen to leave. The good Lord put it on me, made it clear, and there's a sequence of events. And there is no coincidence. Everything is providence. God lays out a chart, and so I don't always understand it. I don't always see it as clearly as He wants me to in time. But I wanted to hit two verses today. One, because I know there's a future and there's plans, and we're all ordained. I've said that a few times this week, man. I may be leaving the organization in an official sense, but just like my mentors and people that influenced me, left a mark on me, and I passed that forward. If there's anybody that feels I've and I'm so blessed when they say that, but that I've influenced you in a good way or a meaningful way, you have that capacity to pay all that forward. So I looked at two verses because something that keeps coming up, and I have my own anger and toxic feels. So there's two things I wanted to hit. First is out of Jeremiah 29:11, and pretty well-known verse, but here it is. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. And more than once, through my time, especially over the last 15, where I've struggled with, been open about my management of mental health issues. And there is hope in everything that we do, especially in that service to others. So look for that hope. Know that there's a future. And even if we feel harmed in the moment, God's got something going. I often say one of my best blessings has been to have to learn to navigate PTSD and generalized anxiety disorder, because it has opened me up to such improvements in who I am as a person, most importantly as a follower, as a husband, as a father, as a friend, a coworker, a boss. So look for those hopeful elements that the Lord may be challenging us, but there's a plan to prosper out of this. And the other is because I've had my own anger, and I felt it, and folks have expressed it towards me about the timing and the nature surrounding that. But I wanted to go to into the New Testament, Ephesians 4. And really, there's a sequence of verses 29 to 32, if you're so inclined, but I'm going to pick a couple of elements out of. So Ephesians 4:29, do not let any unwholesome talk come out of your mouths, but only what is helpful for building others up according to their needs, that it may benefit those who listen. Be there for others, build each other up. Don't tear each other down. And then I'm skipping to 31 and 32. Get rid of all bitterness, rage, and anger, brawling and slander, along with every form of malice. Be kind and compassionate to one another, forgiving each other, just as in Christ God forgave you. And as important as it is to be kind and compassionate to one another, be kind to yourself. Um, we, my first responder family, we are driven a certain way, and we can be very unforgiving to ourselves, not just also to each other, but to ourselves, especially when we're traumatized. And we're answering a calling most people won't, and it leaves marks. I can tell you, I've got marks spiritually, I've got marks psychologically, and even my body tells me that this has been 30 years of endurance. So forgive yourself, be kind to yourself. If you can't start with that, you're going to have trouble extending it to others. We're service oriented, and we always reach to others first. But oh, good Lord, you need to prioritize and taking care of yourself too, because if you think of like the airplane, it's hard to take care of others when you're not taking care of yourself first. So that isn't as selfish as I think we often feel that it can be. Do yourself right, treat yourself well, use kind words to yourself. That self-talk is so important. Be kind and compassionate to yourself and each other. Good Lord loves you. He sees value in you. We all have value. I've been blessed beyond measure. I'm about cried out, and I know the value of a good cry. But I've had several of those this week, and I'm so thankful for all the relationships. My network is just way larger than I ever thought. We spend a lot of time thinking about trying to get into the business, but not everybody really strategizes their exit. And while it may not have been exactly how I thought it may go, even if you'd asked me a year and a half ago, I wouldn't have charted it quite this way. But God revealed that plan out for me, and I have no regret. I'm at peace. Yeah, I've shed tears, but I am so at peace, and I'm not leaving from this community. I'm still in it, and to borrow a phrase I've been saying for the last few, I've got work to do. I just know it's going to be in a new place. So I love you. Thanks for watching. Know that you have value. And if we've crossed paths, I hope you felt better after we exchanged pleasantries or deep conversations, to whatever degree that was. I know I've been better because of the people I've met along the way. So thank you so much for all the kind words, messages, text, calls that I've had in these last few weeks. Um, all those methods will still work. So you can reach me if you're so inclined. And know that you're loved. I love you. More importantly, the good Lord loves you. Take care of yourself, take care of each other, and be safe out there.